Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been forever, but over the last week I have been vlogging in the garden, so putting together lots of little clips of what has gone on, and I plan on uploading one of these every week so that you can get a sneak preview of what's going on behind the scenes. And then my commitment for next year is to make sure that I update regularly with garden tours to document the garden waking up from the winter and all the amazing changes which I feel I have missed out on because I've been so slack with my YouTube. So I hope you enjoy it. If you don't already, please subscribe to my channel. And for 2024, I'm definitely hoping to regularly share this journey with you and show really that anybody can grow and create an amazing garden if you've got children and if you're on a budget, both of which we have successfully done. So stay tuned. Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy this vlog.
Morning guys, it's Sunday morning and I had a bit of a lay-in, so I've actually woken up to a light garden, which is a bit of a treat because it has been so goddamn dark for weeks. I haven't even put the kettle on yet, but I thought I would come out and tell you what my garden plans are for today. This is the first one, to clean up these leaves. So yeah, that is job number one. I'm going to give myself a manageable amount of jobs today. There's no point me trying to be too ambitious. We are going out this afternoon, so it's not one of those days that I can keep going until it gets dark. I need to be organised. So yes, job number one is to collect up a lot of leaves. I think all the leaves have now come off the wisteria, except those ones, which I haven't noticed. So yeah, majority of leaves are done, so that's good. I can get rid of those. This area, I haven't actually got this on my to-do list today. If I have the time to sort anything out, maybe I could. But yeah, that isn't stressing me out. Like, it is what it is. So leaves number one. Job number two is to finish planting up some bulbs. So I've got some daffodils and some tulips. They're white, and I think my plan is that I was going to move these pots to the statue garden somewhere. So I kind of wanted two that were similar size. That one's filthy. So yeah, they need to be potted up. And then I've got the last of my bulbs here. I won't even tell you how long they've been there. But yeah, they need to be potted up. So it's the last of the bulbs have to be done today. This is my time to do it. And then, yeah, these need potting up. So violas, I know where they're going. I need some smaller pots to put up here, because I like some small pots of violas, just violas on their own. And then some are gonna go, I can't remember what colours they are, purple, those deep ones. I like those pale ones. So yeah, I've got plenty of those to pot up. They need potting up, and the heuchera needs to go in a pot. And then this little section over here actually is all potted up, so this is ready to go. But I was trying to preserve the decking, so rather than have soggy pots on the decking, I've put them in this area. So yeah, they are all done. And then job number three, let me quickly take the lids off of these, is to sow some more larkspur. I'm not even kidding you, I was dreaming about larkspur last night, like wondering if I've got enough. Yeah, I've got, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays of them so far. I definitely do need more, so I need to do another larkspur sowing today, but that's a really quick job. I possibly need to pot up some of these snaps. Let's have a look at the roots. Not too bad, but you can see from that it needs a bit of watering. Things are a bit dry. So yeah, I could do a little watering. Some of these ranunculus are definitely ready to be potted up. so they can go into their next cells, which then frees me up a little bit of space for my January seedlings. So yeah, I think watering has to be a priority. That's a lot that need watering. Quick count up of my larkspur actually, and I reckon I've got just over 50, so that's not bad. That's not bad going at all. So I just need to make sure that I get a good December sowing of them. So yeah, hopefully I will. Yeah, I think I just need to like pull all these out. Definitely got lots of potting on to do and thinning out. So yeah, I think, to be honest, they're my 3 main jobs that I'm going to focus on. So collecting leaves, planting bulbs and seedlings. And anything else will be a bonus. But I'm going to try and be efficient and get as much done as I can. Like I said, I'm not too worried about that. There's always millions of jobs to do, and I could add more to my list and then probably not actually get it done. So yeah, I just need to use my time wisely. I've also got some farmyard manure that I need to add to a few things. I've got some ericaceous compost so that I can mulch my rhododendron and hydrangea. But that kind of isn't on my list. And then there's nothing on my list for around here. Let's go and have a quick look at the pond. The pond that has got an annoying leak which we can't work out. Oh, and yet it looks really full today. Doesn't look like it's gone down at all. Such a mystery. Some days it's gone down a lot, and other days it hasn't gone down at all. Strange. Yeah, this dumping area too needs addressing. They're just some perennials in a pot. I've got a little fern that needs potting up. I mean, how anything is still alive in that, I do not know.
It is Sunday lunchtime. I'm escaping the lunchtime madness to sow some larkspur seeds. So I've just got them out of the freezer, and I've got my containers which I'm going to be sowing them in. I just need to find some compost and some lids, and these are then going to go in my greenhouse. No, they're not. They're going to go in my conservatory until they germinate. So I plan to fill both these trays with loads of seeds. I can thin them out at a later date, but my December sowing is kind of the most significant in terms of volumes of larkspur for next year. I need these to do well. Larkspur need a period of being in the cold, so these seeds are fresh out the freezer. I need some gloves. They're really easy to grow. The packet will tell you that you can't thin them out, but you can. I always do. Excuse this little rainbow that keeps happening in the screen. I need to replace my screen protector. It keeps chucking rainbows at me. I don't actually have any of my favourite seed sowing compost in stock. So I'm going to use whatever I've got open that looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Multi-purpose, peat-free. That will do. And I really like these seed trays because you can put a lid on them. I can't tell. Ben just asking me about the pond. So yeah, I'm going to go and get some lids. Loads of lids of either greenhouse from when I've used them for something else. So let's just collect a few lids. In fact, I've got loads of trays here as well, but all of those are not being used, even though I only need 2. And my conservatory is freezing cold, and I like them being in there because it just means I can keep a really close eye on them. So yeah, that's where they will go, and germination's really sporadic, anywhere between like 4, 8, 12 weeks, who knows. So yeah, let's get them done. Okay, so let's do this. Gloves on, because I always make a terrible mess This compost does actually look a bit wet where it's just been in the rain, but it'll be fine. Just want to make sure there's no big like lumps in any of it. I'm really messy with all jobs like this. Don't think Ben like realised that his new barbecue station was going to become like a potting area, but I don't have a potting bench and it's much better for my back than doing it on the floor. Right, so there we have it, tray number 1. And like I said, this is the most significant sowing, because it's when I can get the bulk of them hopefully starting. You can sow them in the spring, but then you just get much later flowers, so it's better to be ahead of the game, I think, anyway. So, fresh out the freezer, Larkspur seeds. Here we go. They are quite small. Ah! Do not want these blowing out my hand. Right, this is the last of them from that packet. So they are going to go in the tray. I'm going to do them in this right hand tray. So this is, yeah, I mean enough probably to do 2 seeds per cell, I think. So here we go. Sprinkle them in. Okay, some of these have got like 4 per cell. Job done. So that is the seeds in. Now I like to use vermiculite to cover the seeds with. But you don't have to, you can just cover them with compost, but I like using vermiculite. So you just take a handful like this and then sprinkle it on. Want to cover all the compost. And my compost was already moist, so I won't water that again. Put the lid on, and that is that one done. Then I've got my lids, which I'm going to put on, close the vents. I love these seed trays. I will link them down below because they are just so good. And then these are going to go in my cold conservatory, where I will leave them and forget about them for a few weeks. Another job done. So that is the December Larkspur done. Such a quick job, and it just feels good to get another batch of seeds done. And I will be very pleased with myself if loads of those germinate, which I hope they will. So that's 1 packet. They came from that packet. And then they're going to go back in the freezer for next time. That packet's done, so that can go in the bin. Where even is the bin around here? Right, next job, bulbs. I've got lots of bulbs lying around in different places that need planting up, so I'm going to do some bulbs next. Okay, so this is what's lurking in Sophie's garage. The dumping ground, and there are so many bulbs in here. I can't actually remember what I've got going on. So let's have a look and a bit of a rummage at what I've got to do. I think there's a lot. So I am gonna fill up a box of everything that needs addressing today, and it's not pretty. Sorry, I can't find my mic. I can find my mic. I can't get my mic to work. I know that's not helpful. So I've got tulips, I've got peonies, I've got daffodils. That's not anything. Random, don't know what they are. Dahlia tubers, I don't have to worry about. Whoopsie, forgot about them. Oh, I know where they would look nice. Yeah, let's get that bag. Can't remember what they're called, but they're going to look great. Some daffodils, some tulips. Oh my god, one of my followers sent me these. These are poppies, I think. Double pink. Ruffle poppies. Yes, I'm going to sow them in the spring. Right, bulbs. So that has then freed me up this massive pot that I can store my canna lily in with some sawdust. So that's great. And then they're just boxes of rubbish. Thought I just heard Ben coming out, but I didn't. Okay, that's a plan. Okay. That's not so bad. One big truck full of stuff. Okay, we can do this. And the reality of me as a gardener who is a mum and I'm busy working is that I never have time to finish any job, ever. And I especially don't have time to clean up after myself. So my gardening is chaotic, and it is a regular occurrence that I have boxes and buckets and tubs and containers of stuff that never got planted or got half planted, then got left out in the rain. It's just the story of my life, and it's just how I garden. Because, yeah, of time, really. It drives Ben insane. Like, it really annoys him when I just leave stuff. But those of you that are parents will get it. I might be like on a roll with my jobs, but then like that somebody needs me, so it's tools down, in I go, whether it's to make snacks, feed, suddenly it's bedtime, suddenly it's got dark. Like, time just whizzes by, and I think you'll understand that feeling of the garden is such like a release. The second I put my boots on and I step outside, time just disappears, and I kind of never have enough time to finish what I need to do. And yeah, if I factored in my tidying up time in my garden time, I'd literally never get anything done. So Ben just has to accept that that is how it is. So yeah, let's make a start on this. Oh no, I'm just getting my new jumper muddy. I literally don't even know where these bulbs are going to go. I just heard the door go. Either somebody needs me or Ben's going to come out and join me. I don't know. But yeah, I don't even know where some of this stuff's going to go. So I'm just totally going to wing it, and we'll end up like throwing bulbs everywhere just to get them planted. So finally I've decided on a home for these tulips, which is going to be by my front door. I found 2 pots that are matching, and that's where they're going to go. So let's get these potted up. They're small, they're black, they're shiny, they're plastic, and they're going to be perfect. morning, I'm meant to be outside in the garden, but the weather outside is diabolical. So I decided instead to have a bit of a seed sort out. I had loads of filming to do today. I'm still gonna do it, it's just raining and horrible. So for those of you who might not know, I launched my second seed collection with a lovely company, a lovely lady called Melanie at Bishy Barnaby's seed company. I will add the link below. And I am hosting a January seed grow along. And they came in gorgeous festive packaging. Unfortunately, you will have missed the opportunity to get it delivered before Christmas, but these are still available. And it had 10 varieties of seeds, and I've just been sorting them out so that I know what I'm sowing in Jan and what I'm sowing in Feb. And yeah, I was filming I'm going to be filming for the app so that people can be prepared and order the bits they need and get the compost they need, the trays they need. But I am getting so excited about seed sowing. So yeah, I'll quickly show you the January ones that I'm doing. Origeron, that's a perennial actually. Achillea, another perennial. Gora, another perennial. Chrysanthemum, painted daisy. These are like leery and bright and amazing. And then Cabea is the gorgeous annual climber that I've grown in the garden. So for January sowing, you don't really need much specialist stuff. As in anybody can do it. You can use your windowsill, but things are going to need to go in a greenhouse at some point. So it's not something that you can do if you haven't got anywhere outside. You don't have to have a greenhouse, a cold frame, a clear storage container, but they will need somewhere to go before they get planted outside. So that's definitely something to think about. And yeah, I've done a mixture of perennials and a mixture of annuals. I'll quickly show you what the annuals are. So 2 varieties of phlox, some gorgeous asters. I don't even know if these are in focus. A perennial, a salvia perennial, purple one. I love the look of this one. Verbena, Bampton, and then these gorgeous brightly coloured daisies. So they are in the Feb sowing. So that's all in my box. The spring box is launching soon. I say box, it's not box. The first one was a box, this one's an envelope. And then I've done another pile here of things I'm going to be sowing in Feb. And then some more bits I'm going to be sowing in Jan. So some geranium seeds. I love geraniums and they're so easy to grow. They are to be sown in January. And then Swan River daisies. I love a Swan River daisy. I will tag the name of the shop where these little seeds come from. They are super cheap, really cheap, but you just don't always get what you think you're going to get. And the quantities are quite small. So that means you don't always get a lot of flowers, but for the price, they're amazing. And I've bought seeds from them for years. But when it came to finding a brand I wanted to work with for my collections, I chose Lovely Melanie because the seeds are such good quality and yeah, we've got a great choice going on. So that is most of my seed sourcing, and then I'm going to be sowing sweet peas in January as well. So I've ordered my sweet peas. They're from Roger Parsons Sweet Peas, who is a really well-known sweet pea supplier. I've gone for 5 varieties. Annoyingly, they don't have pictures on, but I've gone for bright tropical colours, so corals, pinky, reddy, orangey. That's what I've gone for. I'm not really certain where I'm going to grow them or how many I need to sow. But anyway, that is the sweet pea. So they're January as well. But kind of on a nice, horrible, yucky, rainy day, it feels good to be planning for after the Christmas craziness, when everything calms down, we can start sowing seeds and it's going to feel so good. So yeah, I maybe need to order myself another pack of propagator trays, and I'm actually going to go to the greenhouse now and do a bit of thinning out, potting on, and having a really strong word with myself about how many things I can actually keep, because I'm always really guilty of oversowing everything, thinning out everything, and then having way too many seedlings and moaning that my greenhouse is full. So the reality is that you can't actually do that. But I've got a little greenhouse at work. I've got friends who want seedlings. So I am in a good position to be able to give away lots of what I grow. And actually, I just love growing from seed. And it's a really nice feeling being able to give things away. And I just love to grow. And actually what I did, was it last year or the year before? Can't remember. I found a local care home. I contacted a local care home and asked if they would like some seedlings for the residents. And they literally bit my hand off. They were like, yes, 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 please, we would love it. So actually I had all of these trays with seedlings that needed thinning out, and that was a perfect job for the residents to do. They absolutely loved that process of thinning out seedlings. So if you have excess seedlings, definitely think about contacting a local care home and see if they would like them, because it just gave me like a warm fuzzy feeling inside knowing that they were being put to such good use. So yeah, that was a really good feeling. So I'm the queen of oversowing and I don't care. They always find a home, and it's better to have too many, but obviously you just need to have the space. You just have to think to yourself, if your greenhouse is full already, why is it full? If it's because you're keeping 10 times the amount of seedlings that you need, then yeah, it might be time to give some away. And actually use Facebook Marketplace. Facebook is amazing for connecting with local people who are interested in gardening as well. Like I wanted some foxglove seedlings last year, put a little post on, has anyone got surplus foxglove seedlings? And a lovely lady took a whole big box of them to our local shop and said, just go and pick them up. So yeah, connect with people and share seedlings and share plants. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. So anyway, I am heading out into the garden now with my wet weather gear. It is disgusting. I'm actually going to put my son's waterproof trousers on because it is so horrible out there. What am I going to do today? I'm going to tackle the greenhouse because there is thinning out and potting on that needs to be done. So that's going to be job one. I think I'm just going to focus on that. I have got leaves to pick up, but do I want to be picking up leaves in the wet? Not really. So yeah, I will see how I get on, and I'll see you a bit later. So I'm heading out. I am heading out. It is so rainy, I can't even... Oh, I want to switch the light off actually, so the kids aren't in there. This hoodie is going to be tested to the max. It looks really good, doesn't it? Like wind and rain are not going to get in here. And breathe. It's going to be bad out there. Okay, so this is the reality of gardening in the winter. I think people think that gardeners like don't do stuff in the winter, but there is always things to do. So yeah, seedlings are on the agenda for me today. I think I might do it in the garage though, where it's going to be dry. So I'm going to set myself up with a little seed station, although I'm going to make a hideous mess, I know it. Right, so first thing is I'm actually going to go to the greenhouse and see what needs doing. I don't need to worry about getting everything done. It's kind of just about baby steps and doing a few things, like ticking a few things off the list. And I literally just said to myself that it's frustrating that I don't have my other greenhouse anymore, the one that I actually used to be able to go in, because I could literally just take myself there and get some stuff done. It's actually quite good that it's raining. I might move some of these seedlings into the rain just for maybe an hour to get them watered, because that will save me a job, and rainwater is good for seedlings. I could probably get that whole tray out as well. Some of those need potting up. Yeah, maybe these are what I need to thin out. That's my job. What else? Oh god, some of these do as well. Okay, maybe they're okay. They need a bit of water. Okay, they need thinning out, as do they. Like I said, I can do a little bit. Oh, little rose campion, they need thinning out. That's all okay. So that is the contents of the greenhouse out for a rainwater. Probably overdue. Some of these things are so big, I can't even tell you. Like, this is insane. Like, they must be... they're not pot rounds, surprisingly. Those cornflowers are ridiculous. They look a bit yellow. They probably... yeah, they need potting up. But that's just crazy. Crazy sizes. Anyway, let's grab a few of these and go and have a sort. Some of those are empty. Oh, that little salvia's done well. It's got good little roots. Sweet peas. They look good. There's some stuff that's not germinated at all. So yeah, let's take some of these and go and thin these out. So I'm wondering, I might just bring the stuff here. I've got waterproofs on. It's not actually, I don't feel like I'm getting that wet. I think I'd rather do it here than make my garage mucky. So yeah, let's go and do it. When you've got good waterproofs, it's okay. I'm very, very repellent. I have chosen these from my selection. That's what I'm going to go for, to pop them on, and I'm going to go for that compost because it's easier to get to. In fact, I'm going to go and get a bucket and I can put what I need in a bucket. Save lugging a gigantic bag around. Literally use these tubs for everything. They're so good. What else am I going to need? Some sort of tool. That's good for getting seedlings out. Just an old plant label just to scoop them. That'll be fine. And then, yeah, I'm not going to need much compost. I don't even need to fill a huge thing like that up. Okay, so the rain has actually slowed down a little bit. I literally just said those words and I've just felt it get heavier again. So all of this has been out probably for about half an hour now. I have lifted up a plant just to see, so it's not quite watered the whole cell yet, but I'm going to leave them out here while I thin out these seedlings. And yeah, this has just made my mind up about 100% getting my other greenhouse out. So anyway, let's do this. So job number one, which I hadn't actually planned to be doing, but I've got a tray of ranunculus here, which have got rather big. Oh my god, this mess everywhere is driving me insane. So yeah, they've got quite big. So I'm actually going to pop these on. So let me just pop one of these out and show you. So you can see, I can't even see if that's in shot. The root system on that is decent. So I'm putting that in the next size up, which hopefully you will be able to see. So this is a 6 centimetre tray. It's kind of the only next size up that I use. So when they come out of a cell that size, they go in here. And I'm doing purple first. I have labelled them in rows. Like I said, I hadn't anticipated doing this job, but as I've got the contents of the greenhouse out and things have done well, I may as well. Now ranunculus don't like the cold, which is why they can't go outdoors just yet. Yes, Hub. Pardon? After lunch, it'll be your go. I'm coming in 10 minutes, okay? Always the kids will find me when it's food or Xbox inquiries. Oh, that one's big, but the root system is not big. Kind of looks non-existent. That was surprising. Right, so that's one tray of purple done. Let's go for another. I've already got one tray of purple in the greenhouse actually already. See, some of these look like they don't need doing yet, but they will, so I may as well do it now. This one's only just woken up. Has got roots. Not great looking foliage, but I find the kind of waking up period of ranunculus really sporadic. I like that word, sporadic. Like I can see a tiny little one, I'll show you that in a minute, that's only just sprouting, and yet some of them I potted into their cell trays like in October because they woke up really quick. So yeah, crazy. That one's, I guess that's just nature, isn't it? But yeah, that one's only just starting to sprout. Okay, so they are all purple. And then let's move on to the pink ones. Let's... Wow, I don't know what's going on with that one. Some of these might need a little bit more compost. Some people might think that this is mad, me doing this like a few days before Christmas. I'm out in the rain gardening, but oh my god, I cannot tell you how good it feels. I don't even care that it's wet. If you are dressed appropriately, you just crack on and get in the zone. And there's just no better like de-stressor and escape from Christmas, for me anyway, than being out here. I just love it. The kids want a bit of screen time. That suits me. God, these are... Some of these are surprising, like loads of growth, but I can't even see roots on some of these. That one looks quite good. Right, so these ones are pink. I'm trying not to forget which varieties are which, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Right, so they're pink. Let's put the pink in there so I don't forget, and I'll keep them a bit separate. These could do with a bit more compost. Oh my god. Forget Christmas manicure. I literally see leaf hoppers all over some of these. Why have I got leaf hoppers at this time of year? Has anyone else got leaf hoppers? Literally see them all over. Oh, oh, maybe all these are pink. Yeah, perhaps I put the white in another tray. I can feel the rain slowing down a bit now. Can't decide what to do. I mean, snow for Christmas would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I just find anything like this just so therapeutic. And oh my god, that's a bit bizarre. I mean, I'll put that on, but surely it's like come away from the corn. I somehow don't think that's going to be okay. Right, one more tiddler in that one. That one looks good. Right, so that is pink. So now I've run out of trays. And I probably need to get some of these seedlings in from the rain now. It is wet. It is miserable. But this is the reality. I'm spending a bit of time with my seedlings at the greenhouse, and I thought I would show you how our autumn grow seedlings are doing, because some of you might be at this point that I'm at now. So I'll flip you around and we'll have a look. So this is where we are at. I've got larkspur that are at this size, but I've also got some larkspur which were a little bit bigger, and I have now potted them up into the next size. So they will be happy. Where else shall we look? Okay, Lavatera are looking big, and I actually experimented pinching these out, which means cutting the main growing tip. Can you see that black bit? That's where I cut, and I've got loads of new growth. Now, I've not ever grown these before, so I didn't know if that was the right thing to do, so that's why I've not told people to do it. But I'm just saying now that that's what I've done. You can see there that dark bit, and then that's all. In fact, let me use my finger to show you, because that's probably not helpful, but that's where I cut, and then this is all new growth, because they were just getting so enormous. Then I've actually just cut off a lot of the big leaves off my mulva. I'll show you them on the floor in a minute, because some of them started to get rust. Can you see those spots? And then on the reverse of the leaf, so that is rust. I don't actually know why that's happened, but anyway, I've cut off all the rusty ones. There's loads of new, you can see all this new growth in there. Really good roots. So that is what I've done with those. What else was on the, did we grow together? Gypsophilia. I've potted them on into a bigger size. And then, oh yeah, this is all my leaves of the big mulva. You'll see, I've had it before with hollyhocks. I'm not really sure why it happens. I've never grown these in the autumn before, so this is as new to me as it is to you. So yes, I've done that, but what I wanted to show you was the snapdragons, which we did sow together as well. Now you can see this tray that they're really leaning that way, because I haven't rotated the trays for a couple of weeks actually. So you want to make sure that you keep rotating them so that they're reaching for the light the other way. It's just something that happens this time of year. When the light levels are low, they tend to reach. So you want to make sure you're at least every week flipping those trays around. Now I had some, don't know where it is actually, this snapdragon that looked like it was slightly going a little bit yellow, and this one here. Now these have been in these cells since, when did we do it? September. And actually on closer inspection, this is the plant telling me it's ready to be potted up a size. So look at those roots, a really good root system. And so what I've done is pot them into the next size up. So I'm going to carry on doing that with all of those snaps that we did in September. So all of these big ones. I mean, some of them aren't quite that size, but if I push this cell up carefully, this one's actually not too bad. See, that one's not pot bound yet, but as I'm on a roll and I'm doing it, I may as well. But yeah, so that is what my seedlings look like. I'm trying to think if I've missed any. Was there anything else we grew along together? Or layer, I only got one, but I have done some more. Oh, cornflowers. Oh God, cornflowers. Look at the size of these. Again, another one that is yellow. But I mean, they're just enormous. They've outgrown this size. I've never had autumn sown cornflowers grow this quickly before. These have already been pinched out. It's not actually wanting to come out very easily, but they are 100% too big to be in that cell tray, so they need to go up a size. Although I am also considering planting these out because they actually are pretty hardy and they're going to go in that rectangular pot. I think I've got another one somewhere actually that's not got stuff in, but 6 plants go in a rectangular pot like that, and they'll actually be fine because I don't know if I can be bothered to pot them up again. So anyway, that is where I'm at with my autumn sown. If you've got any questions or you've had any disasters, just let me know. Don't forget, if you've got any Larkspur seedlings, any Larkspur seeds left, you can be sowing a batch in December. I've just realised I've got another tray that's very leany, so they need rotating. I'll just put them in the other way. So I hope that's helpful. Hope you enjoyed having a look at all the different things that I have got growing at the moment. It's a really exciting time for me. I have launched a winter seed collection where I'm going to be hosting a grow along in January. So if that sounds like something you would like to do, I've got 10 varieties of seeds that we're going to be growing together. I will drop the link in my bio, both for the free online course and the seed box if you wanted to purchase. And I will see you again next week.